Very good evening, everybody. Welcome to the webinar held in collaboration with Trading Central, Momentum Trading in 2022. I'm Ming Hui from Philip Nova, and starting off the session today will be Ms. Dominica, who will be sharing with us some awesome plugins and features that Trading Central offers. After which, our main speaker for the night, Mr. Ming Lam, Trading Central Deputy Head of Research, will share his insights on stocks like Apple and Microsoft. He will also be discussing techniques on using technical indicators to pick stocks to trade and invest in. Before I pass this on to the speakers, please be reminded that if you have any questions throughout the course of the webinar, you can drop them into the questions box and we will address them during the live Q&A session towards the end. And now without further ado, let's have Dominica kick the session off.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Dominica Lach. I am a Client Success Manager in Trading Central, and I'm very happy to welcome you in 2022 for a new webinar. I hope you've got familiar with the change on the Philip website, Philip Nova currently. I wanted to introduce you or remind you about Trading Central tools available on the website. So if you would like to use our tools, they are you can find them on the website under Platforms and Philip MetaTrader 5 Suite. If you scroll down, you will get more information regarding our plugin, and you can just click here and download Trading Central indicators. If you scroll a bit more down, you will get more information regarding TC Market Bus. And again, if you click here, you will download the plugin. It's the same plugin. If you download it from this button, either from this button, it will start a small setup and it will appear on your Philip Future MT5. You'll find our indicators in the navigator window under Trading Central. And we have a couple of different indicators where I'm presenting now the Trading Central Analyst View indicator. It's basically showing you support and resistance line, pivot point, and of course a direction. Is it raising or declining? You get also here a short description on the our analyst preference, alternative scenario, and comment where more indications regarding technical analysis are also included. When it comes to the market bus and other tools that are available under our plugin, you will find them under Expert Advisors, again, Trading Central with capital letters. And what you need to do is drag and drop, and then click OK, and a small pop-up window will appear, where currently you're going to find 3 of our tools. First one popping up is a feature ideas. Then the second one, a new addition, which is an economic calendar. And the third one is a market bus. I recommend you to expand the window and you can get a full access to our tools. Market bus is a combination of overview of different types of asset classes together with the news desk. And from here, you can get the news that you like. You can filter and browse about the topics and specific assets that you are interested in trading. When it comes to our economic calendar, it's an upgraded version of the economic calendars that you already know. So if you are, for example, following US market, maybe you would like to see more about the specific event, you can see the event chart and the price chart, which are included in this calendar. And when it comes to Forex feature ideas, that's a product which helps you to get ideas about what to trade. So if you are interested in trading Forex, you can filter from some settings here, for example, And if you are interested in specific holding time, bar size, maybe specific technical indicators, you can add them here. And then this is a pure AI product which shows you bullish and bearish ideas according to the settings that you set up on the setting page, which can indicate a maybe interesting trade that you can make later on the Philip Future platform. That's it for me for the moment. If you want to get more information about Trading Central tools, you are welcome to talk to your account manager. And I'm gonna appear maybe a bit later again, but right now I'm passing a microphone to my colleague Mick.
Hey, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and friends of Philip Lover. Okay, very nice to meet you again. I'm Ming Lam of Trading Central. Well, today, first of all, I would like to say Happy New Year 2022. And well, this year's Chinese New Year, the first day of the Year of the Tiger will fall on February the 1st. So maybe the next time we meet, it will be way past the Chinese New Year. So I would also like to greet all of you a happy Chinese New Year of the Tiger. 恭喜发财. Okay, so now today, today's webinar is a little bit different from the previous ones. Today, we are going to be a little bit more educational. Okay, don't worry, it will not be boring. I promise. And because I will not get into very academic. Okay, most of the stocks, most of the index that I'm going to show you will be easily found on the Philip Lover CFD's page. Okay, this page. Okay, so shall we start? Now, today's topic is momentum trading. Do you still remember what is the meaning of momentum? Okay, momentum in physics is like this. Okay, I was an engineering student when I was in the university, and I play around all these parameters all day long in those days. But well, maybe I have giving them back to my professors. So it's time to refresh. So now, momentum means the mass times velocity. It means the bigger the mass. Let me show my pointer. Yeah, the bigger the mass, the bigger the momentum. The higher the velocity, it means the speed. The bigger the momentum. We like to see big momentum in stock trading, don't you? Now, momentum trading, in other words, we are going to follow trend. I missed a word here. Big trend. Okay, big one. Okay, so we are trading with momentum along the prevailing market trend. We follow the market. All right, and at times in momentum trading, we are going to spot whether the index is overbought or oversold. How? I'm going to show you. Now, there are some momentum trading in this kind of trading routines. Okay, now we have momentum trading. Some friends will like value trading. It means that they are going to buy stocks or assets when their value are below par, below the fair value. But in momentum trading, we chase, just like the word means, we chase momentum. Okay, I personally prefer momentum trading. It is more dynamic. It is more exciting. Okay, so that's why I'm going to share with you what I like. So these are the routines I take. Okay, so you can take it as a reference. First of all, you have to know the prevailing market trend. Is the market we are still in a bull market or in a bear market? Well, for the US stock market, I can say we are still in a bull market. Okay, although we are seeing at the moment some consolidation, some correction, still I think we are still in a bull market. Second, we have to, from top to bottom, we are going to select which sector and then which stocks are outperforming. Okay, at the moment, I can say that the two outperforming sectors in the US markets are energy stocks and financial stocks. Would you agree? And of course, the technology stock sectors are encountering some, suffering some consolidation phase due to, as I will show you, increasing interest rate expectation. Okay, investors are expecting interest rate to increase. Okay, but is it the case? Let's find out. Okay, now when we select the sector, the stocks we are going to trade with, first of all, I would like to see the technical patterns. Okay, I will show you. And then we will take reference from the momentum indicators. Now, there are three momentum indicators I will discuss today. Okay, don't worry, they are easy. They're easy to use, I promise. And I will show you. Okay, just three we are going to talk about today. And then it's more exciting part for you. Maybe we are going to see how to use this indicator to signal a buy or signal a sell. Okay, now the following webinar will last about well, 30 minutes. It won't take a lot of your time, so I hope you will enjoy it. Okay, and I hope you will find it useful. Okay, let's start. Now, first of all, you still remember which indicators we are talking about, we are discussing. First of all, we are going to talk about moving average, and then MACD, and then RSI. Okay, I will show you, don't worry. Now, first of all, moving average. Now, in this chart, or in most of our Trading Central charts, you can see that the middle thin red line is the 20-day moving average. The chart I'm going to show you are all daily charts. Okay, 1 day. Okay, it means one bar will describe the trading of 1 day from open to close and the high and low. Okay, easy. Now, how about the other one? The blue line, the thin blue line, is 50-day moving average. Okay, I think you don't need my explanation of what moving average mean, right? It is well, easy. It is just take the previous, for example, this 20-day moving average, the previous 20 closing price, and then take the average divided by 20, and then we have a moving average number. And then most friends, most audience members would like to ask, what are these two lines? This one, the upper one, and the lower one. Well, these are Bollinger Bands. Okay, the upper one we call it upper Bollinger Band. The lower one, of course, lower Bollinger Band. They are centered at the 20-day moving average. That means how this band are derived. They are derived by, listen, 2 standard deviations from the 20-day moving average. 2 standard deviations. Well, standard deviation, maybe you have forgotten already, is a statistical terms. It describes how the prices are dispersed around the central value. Now, this time, the central value is the 20-day moving average. By means of 2 standard deviation up and 2 standard deviation down, in theory, 95% of the trades should be within these two bands, upper and lower Bollinger Bands. Okay, so whenever you see a price shooting above the upper Bollinger Band or below the lower Bollinger Band, it will be it will be a significant event. Okay, so normally 95% of the time we are going to see price trading within these two Bollinger Bands. Is that clear? Okay, now for moving average, we would like to see what? We would like to see this one. Have you heard about the golden cross or death cross? Now, sometimes now for this chart, 20-day, 50-day moving average crossover, we means that the 20-day moving average has crossed above the 50-day moving average, the blue line. Okay, this is a bullish signal. Okay, in some cases, people would like to see the 50-day cross above the 200 days moving average. Okay, they call it a golden cross. A cross below, when 50-day cross below the 200-day, they say it is a death cross. Okay, but well, in this case, we use 20-day, 50 days, and okay, so that in general, we see a crossover is a bullish sign, and a cross below is well, bearish. Okay, now this is moving averages. Next, MACD. Now MACD, I trust you should be using this one, and also heard a lot about this one, and have seen a lot about this indicator for a long time, but you don't know what it means. It is moving average, convergent, divergence. Well, just with these words, you still don't know what it means. Now, I give it in a more simple way for you. There are two lines in this MACD indicators. One, we call it the fast line, blue in color. Okay, generally blue in color. Okay, in fact, it is a difference between two moving average. Well, you just have a look. No need to remember it all. Okay, in details. I can tell you it is just a difference. First line, the fast line, is the difference between two moving average. In fact, they are exponential moving averages. Okay, a subset of the moving averages. Okay, that's okay. No worry. If the details puzzle you, no worry. We go for it. Okay. Now we have the fast line, blue in color. We have the slow line. Okay, slow, fast, and slow. It is in fact a 9-day moving average of the blue line. Okay. Well, I hope you don't feel dizzy at the moment. And now, same. We'll talk about how to use it. Okay, talk about how to use it. We would like to see crossover. Okay, when we see the fast line cross, just like the simple moving average, we like to see the fast line cross above the slow line or cross below the slow line. Okay, above or below. Cross above, bullish in general. Okay, cross below, bearish. Okay, and then we have another term, histogram. I will show you, don't worry. MACD histogram. Okay, now we have MACD, we have MACD histogram. Let's go. Now, this chart is a very classic chart that I can find for you. If you forget everything I say today about MACD, that's fine. That's fine. But just remember to maybe you save this chart. This chart is a very classical for illustrating how MACD work for you. Okay, so this is a chart of Dow Jones Industrial Average, DJIA, or US stock. Do you remember what happened in March 2009. Do you remember? Well, that is this day, this month mark the end of the great financial crisis of 2008-2009. Okay, the world financial crisis, I can say. How? Look at this. In March, well, I still remember, maybe it is March 15, we see a cross. Remember, I talked about fast line and slow line. Fast is the blue one, slow is the red one. Okay, we see a blue line cross above the red line and keep now this is the point, keep rising. Okay, the lower part of this chart is the histogram. As I mentioned, it is a MACD histogram. Easy. If the blue line is above the red line, it is positive. When the blue line stays below the red one, it is negative. Your job as a trader is to find out when this histogram turning less negative and then to zero. At the point zero means that the blue and the red lines cross. Okay, and then if it turns positive above zero, it means the blue line is above the red line. Yeah, this part. Okay, and after that, you see what? We see the market rebound and never look back. Okay, of course, I keep saying that in general, because you can see that there are false signal here. Okay, we cross out and then boom, coming back down. Okay, it is not a sure thing, but you can take it as a reference. Okay, so listen to me. This chart is interesting. Okay, we go ahead. Next one, RSI, same. You are very familiar with this one, and but maybe you do not know how to use it correctly, right? In fact, it shows price strength in the current direction. Okay, it is an oscillator. Well, in fact, what do we mean by oscillator? You will come across this phrase, this word again and again in technical analysis. It means the value of this indicator, it will just bounce between 0 and some figure 100, 0, 100. Okay. When RSI is 50, we say it is a neutrality level, neutral level. Well, above 70, we say it is overbought. Okay. Now remember, in general, we say it is overbought, but it doesn't mean that we have to sell. Okay, well, we have to sell and hide away and go away at this point, because in most cases, stocks and index will be overbought. It means their RSI will stay above 70 for quite a while. Okay, same, we say at the 30 level, RSI is oversold. Same, it doesn't mean that you are going to buy into it. Okay, because same, RSI can stay below 30, the stock could be stay oversold for quite a while. Okay, and in RSI, apart from we read the numbers, say it is well, about oversold, about overbought, we would like to see the check divergence. Okay, do you know this word? Divergence, bullish divergence, and bearish divergence. Now I have two charts to show you how to use it. This is well, some time ago, maybe in 2016. Okay, it is silver, but it is a very good example to show you bullish divergence. At that time, we are seeing the silver price going nowhere. It seems to be going nowhere, but if you are smart, if you look at the RSI, you will see that, not this one, you will see that the RSI is rising. Okay, I repeat, the price of the asset, maybe the price of the stock, the price of the commodity, silver index, is going nowhere. But the RSI is showing you that RSI is rising. It is a bullish signal. Okay, we call it bullish divergence. How about on the opposite side, when the price, well, are going up, like this one. Now, this is, you know what? This is Bitcoin. Okay, well, due to regulation, I could not talk much about well, Bitcoin, but it is for education purpose. It is okay because I'm talking about some price action in the past. Well, this price action was you can find it last year. It's last year's price action. Okay, we are seeing Bitcoin price rising, but if you're smart, if you're alert, and you after this webinar and you know how to check with RSI, relative strength index, you will know that we have something happening with the RSI. Okay, you see that when we see divergence, when we call it a divergence, it should be starting to fall from extreme value above 70. Okay, this line is 70, is declining from overbought region over 70s and then back down. Okay, so if you see this one, if you see this bearish divergence, you know that something is wrong. Okay, and maybe you will do something appropriately. Okay, like this one. Okay, now this is a very good example I can find for you as a bearish RSI divergence. Okay, so now the education, maybe you the past that you find boring, we have completed already. Okay, I hope you are still okay. And for the following several slides, several PowerPoint slides, I will show you what we have checked out from those US stocks, particularly US stocks, okay, and index. But you know, I'm a macro guy on some occasion. And I will show you some macro background first. Okay. Now, as usual, every time when I get into a stocks or index with technical analysis, I would like to point this out. A warning. Okay. Technical analysis (TA), what I'm showing you here, it does not predict the future. In fact, okay. It is lagging the price, and but it helps to identify patterns. You can take it as a reference, and you can show buying, selling signal, and sometimes confirm a breakout or breakdown. Okay, and I would like to say once again that do not trade with technical analysis alone. Okay, as a trader, you have also to take care of the macro, as I said, macroeconomic situation, the prevailing market trends. Okay, just like my colleague Dominica will later show you how to use a software, an AI software, to help you to read news. Okay, so it is not easy. Who say being a trader is easy? You have to do some homework. Okay, so this is my warning on TA, and let's go for it. Now, you know that I would like to, for every webinar, I would like to show you what are happening, okay, in a macroeconomic scenario. Currently, the biggest macro parameter you are going to take into consideration is this one, okay? Is the US Federal Reserve going to increase interest rates? Okay. Now, they have turned before a chairman, Jerome Powell, he kept saying that the inflation was just transitory, okay? It will fade away. But for the past few weeks, his tone changed it. And now the central bank becomes very hawkish. And they are now saying what? They are saying that this year, 2022, we are going to see at least 3 rate hikes. Okay, and that's why we are seeing correction in the tech stocks. Okay, and in fact, the market, yeah, all those smart people, smart investors, just like you, have already priced in the 3 rate hikes. Okay, so what will happen? What will happen? I suggest you have to think about this. The current inflation, 7%, the price inflation in the US is 7%, okay, 7% year over year. The latest one, 7%, is the biggest growth since 1982. So do you think that it will last? This high number will last? Okay, and you have to ask yourself, or you have to check out, is this price inflation driven by economic growth, or is just a temporary supply chain problems? Okay, this is important, and you have to ask yourself every day this question. And in case economic growth somehow slow in the coming months of the year, will the Federal Reserve be as hawkish as it is now? I don't think so. They have to back down. In case now the market has already priced in at least 3 interest rate hikes, what if they say they are going to increase interest rate in March? What if they increase one time and then stop increasing the rates? In that case, I can tell you, stocks, particularly tech stock, will pose a strong rebound, very strong rebound. Okay, I don't think, in fact, I can tell you, I don't think the economic growth is roaring in the current price inflation. Much of the current price inflation, in my view, is due to supply chain problem. Okay, let's see. Now we get into some TA, technical analysis on index and stocks. Okay, maybe you will like it. Tech stock, Nasdaq 100 index. This chart I showed you the last webinar back in December. At that time, I say we are correction in this way, and I set the key support at 15,500. Okay, if it breaks below this level, I will turn a little bit cautious, bearish for the moment. Okay, now look at this. I have turned already. Now, first of all, still remember our routine. First, we look at the pattern, and then we look at the indicator. Okay. Still remember the moving average. 20-day moving average has crossed below the red line, has crossed below the 50-day moving average, the blue line. Okay, and it is going to strike against the lower Bollinger Band, and it is not a good time to be aggressive on stock buying. Okay, how about the MACD? How about the RSIs are telling you? Back in October, we see that. Can you see that? The MACD turns from red to green, it means turn from negative to positive, good sign. And also at the same time, we have the RSI rising. Okay, double good signs. And then what happened? The index jump. Okay, but after the index made I can say intraday record high, it turns down, and you can see you can verify using the MACD here. Okay, MACD turns from positive, negative, and at the same time you can see that the RSI is backing down. Okay, and then you know you are not going to be aggressive. Okay, these are the signals that you are going to use. Okay, is that clear? What now? Now we are seeing the MACD still in the red, in negative region. Okay, I mean the histogram. Look at the histogram. It is still red. Okay, and the RSI is below the neutral level of 50. Your job, if you are still want to get gear into the market to buy some stock, maybe it is not time. Until we see the histogram is coming up. Okay, is becoming less negative, and until we see the RSI coming back to or above 50. Okay, this is the current situation. Now, individual stocks. Back then in December, I talked about Tesla. Well, in fact, in every webinar of the past year, I talk about Tesla. This is, I can say, my favorite stock because it is interesting. Okay, it is interesting. It shows you those interesting pattern and also some indicators that are also very indicative. Back then, I say it has dropped below a pattern of triangle, and I have to see a return to the key resistance at this level 1065 to be bullish again. Okay, in fact it did came back to 1065 and jump higher. Okay, and what is the current situation? Have a look. Now currently we are seeing this 20-day moving average has just crossed above the 50-day one. Okay, I would be cautiously bullish at this moment. Key resistance, sorry, key support 960. Okay, these are those MACD and RSI indicators when the stock came down from its record high. Okay, in November it marked a high of 1243 something record high, and then it turned it down. And at the time, if you are alert with the MACD, you know that something is wrong, and you will be selling or you will be quite well cautious. Okay, and then at the end of December we have another up wave. Okay, can you see that? If you are trading with MACD that time, maybe you will be buying. Okay, and this jump is after Tesla report its fourth quarter EV electric vehicle deliveries. Okay, after the number just far exceeding all expectations. Okay, we have this jump, and afterward, well, it is not good. Now your job now is to see. Now this we can see now the MACD is well not very indicative, not showing a very marked signal at the moment, and you have to pay attention to it for the coming trading sessions. Okay, but looking at the moving average this month, I'm still bullish. I can say cautiously bullish on this one. Our key support is set at the lower Bollinger Band, as you can see. Okay, so after Tesla, I know that my colleague Dominica may want to show you something you can use on the Philip MT5 platform that will be very useful to you. Okay, Dominica.
Hello again. Thank you, Ming. Yes, as Ming mentioned, we have some useful tools on the platform that you can download from the Philip Nova website, as I mentioned in the beginning. First tool that I wanted to show you is the Trading Central Analyst View Indicator. As you can see on my screen, it's basically the job that Ming showed you on his presentation, done by our analyst and in cooperation with our AI. We do all the analysis for you, and we present them on the chart. You get the description here. So as Mig mentioned, right now the Trading Central preferred scenario for Tesla is a rise. You have the support and resistance line here and the pivot point in blue. So the pivot line is our first support line. Then you get the other levels in red and the levels also in green. Now, what I'm saying, the job was done by our analysts, you can read exactly here in the comment section. So you can see that RSI is above 50, the MACD is above the signal line and it's negative. And also it's breaking the Tesla is trading above its 20 period moving average, and all the levels are mentioned in the comment as well. This was released yesterday on US closing market, so it's the latest update. But of course, once the market opens today, there's gonna be a new update for Tesla. And you get this very useful tool available for you here. So you can, instead of doing the job, of course, you can use all the indicators yourself, but I think it's quite helpful if you can use Trading Central Analyst View indicators and have your own analyst perspective before you decide to take a trade. Now, I also wanted to show you how you can use the market bus in accordance to trading a specific asset. As Ming mentioned, also the micros are very important, and you always need to put a trade into perspective. So here we are in market bus. If you are interested in stock trading, you can choose the first tab. We have a bubble interface and a table interface as well. So you can see by the news volume which stock actually is the most trending right now in the last 24 hours. But if you want to see, for example, what was buzzing mostly in past 30 days, you get, of course, different perspective. And here we go, the bigger the bubble, the more news appeared on the specific stock. So you can see that, for example, Tesla had almost 6,000 publications. If you click through the bubble, you will get to the asset overview, we call it dashboard. And here you get all the information that we analyze for you, because we know that right now you are getting a lot of news, and if you want to read the specific news, they are here for you on the right hand side. And you can definitely, you know, learn more about what's latest from Elon Musk. But if you just want to have an overview that will indicate and maybe help you get your trade done, you can see what's the current situation for the news right now. In the last 24 hours, the news there's less news on Tesla. Here you get the split between news and social media information, and what are the most discussed topics currently. So the ownership decrease held and the price loss. On this small chart, you can see and also check what was the news history against the price. So you can see basically in the different time frames. And hopefully combining market buzz and analyst views indicator, it will help you to get the right decision for your future trades. That's it for me for the moment. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dominica. So we are going to check out more stocks, shall we? Okay. Now, Micron Technology, MU, it is a semiconductor stock. Well, in the last webinar in December, we recommend this stock. These are the patterns we draw at that time. Okay, we are bullish. Okay, not bad. But in fact, this stock reached the first target, I think. Yeah, next one. Yeah. So I am quite. This stock is quite remarkable because well, for the past several sessions, we are seeing tech stocks, particularly within the tech stock, the sector of semiconductor was hard hit. But this stock, MU, just held up very well, as you can see. Now, first of all, we talk about the moving average. You can see that it stands above both 20-day, 50-day moving average, and now it's striking against the upper Bollinger Band. Okay, in fact, very strong. The momentum is very strong. In the past, back in well, not long ago, in December, it was trading in a range. Okay, and then if you're smart with MACD, you see that there was a cross, and also RSI is rising, and then those were bullish signals that you can take, okay, to trade this leg. Okay, how about now? Okay, how about now? We are seeing, well, at the start of the year, the MACD histogram turned negative, but look at this, the last one. The MACD histogram quickly become less negative in the past few sessions, and also the RSI has managed to hold up above the neutral level of 50. Okay, this is a very bullish sign. Okay, so this is MU. Have a look. Next one, Microsoft. Also, and back in December, it was my chart drawing. Okay, I said at that time 20-day moving average has crossed below 50-day MA moving average, and I say now the key resistance is at 344. Okay, the key resistance is this one. Unless this level is surpassed, we are seeing downside pressure for Microsoft. Okay. Now, in fact, the 344 level is holding up very strongly. Have a look. we have 1, 2, 3 times still the stock fails to break above this key level and then back down to the lower Bollinger Band. At the moment, we are bearish on this one. Okay, you can see. Now this is first of all, go back to our routine pattern, bum 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 pattern. Okay, moving average, and then how about the MACD? This is the past data. It shows you how it could give you a bullish signal. Okay, both MACD and RSI. Okay, this one at this extreme level, it turned and crossed below the red line. This one, MACD, it is quite significant. And you, if you're smart, you have to take it into consideration. Should I sell on this at this point, or should I be less aggressive in buying this stock? Okay. Now, another cross here, another cross here. Okay. You know what I mean? Repeatedly, the MACD is showing up, well, quite a bullish, a bearish sign, asking you not to be very aggressive on this stock, okay? Or even you have to at some time sell, okay? Okay, now our key resistance has been lowered to 330, okay? When a stock keeps dropping, we have to adjust our key resistance down, okay, in order to have a better risk reward ratio from the resistance to the current price to the target price. Okay, we have to maintain a good risk reward ratio. Okay, and that will be another topic on money management. Okay, so this is a Microsoft. How about Apple? Okay. Now, back in November, the stock was good, as you can see. All right. And then at this point, there is a warning, first warning, okay, that the stock may have stretched a little bit. And we can see that the histogram has not turned positive for the most part of the last month and this month. Okay. So, however, I'm still cautiously bullish on this one. Key support at 168. Okay, because I can see that the moving averages 20-day, 50 days are still well directed. Okay, well placed. Of course, if it cross below 168, I will turn bearish. And at the same time, meanwhile, what are you going to do? You have to see if this MACD histogram, RSI, will improve. Okay. Okay. So have a look. Amazon. Okay. Amazon. Well, in fact, the stock is quite disappointing, I can say. Now, first of all, our routine, we check the pattern and moving averages. This line, I trace the red line is the 20-day moving average. Well, for the whole of December and up to now, you can see that the stock price has been captured by the descending 20-day moving average. Okay, and the 20-day moving average is below the 50-day one, and the stock is now striking the lower Bollinger Band. I do not see any bullish sign at the moment. Okay. Well, you know, most of the tech stock made record high back in November. This is why. Okay, can you check this? And when we cross this one, we see this one signal, you have to be very cautious and you have to be alerted. Okay, this is Amazon at the moment, and my key resistance at the moment, I'm bearish on this one, and we set a key resistance as 3,450 around the upper Bollinger Band and around the 50-day moving average. Once the stock, if the stock returns to this level, we will turn bullish. We call it a bullish reversal. But in the meanwhile, we are not very keen on this one, on this stock. Okay, same. You have to check. Your job is to check how this histogram will improve. Okay, and also a related strength index. Okay. How about HC? Wow, this is a very interesting stocks, and it is a platform selling art and craft. Okay. At the moment, we could not be bullish on this one. Okay, can you tell me why? 20-day, 50-day, these moving averages are not very well oriented. Okay, in the past, when they make a record high like this, you can see we have a channel. At the same time, before it developed a channel, bullish channel, we have some signal from the MACD. You see, the blue line crossed above the red line, and also RSI. And then, well, at the end of November, we have also a bearish signal asking you, advising you to sell or to be less aggressive, right? This one, MACD, RSI. So this is how we look at charts, well, hundreds of charts every day to check out if there will be some good signal, bullish or bearish signals from stocks or indexes. And this is our routine job every day. So I hope that you will also have this skill. Okay. Needless to say, it is very poor at the moment for this stock. No bullish signal. Okay, you have to keep watching. Now, it seems most of the tech stock I have talked about are not good. Okay, at the moment. Okay, well, I mentioned that two sectors in the U.S. stock markets are doing well: energy sector and financial sectors. This is the ETF on energy sector, XLF. You can check it out on the in the CFD of Philip Lover, or also on the US stock market. You see, it has the price. This ETF has crossed above a declining trend line. Started from, well, it is a recent declining trend line. There will be one ahead before. I mean, and currently we are seeing the price clustering on the upper Bollinger Band. So we are bullish on this one. So ETF means exchange traded funds. This ETF covers most of the biggest oil company stock. Okay, you don't have to buy individual oil companies if you don't want to analyze them one by one. This ETF just contain all those energy stock, oils and gas stocks. Okay, it is a sector ETF. Okay, this is looking good, but I have to give you a warning. What? Now, at that time, back in last month, we see that the MACD and the RSI give some, well, choppy signals, I can say. And at last, you can see it flats out. The MACD is closing up strongly, and also the RSI. Okay, that's why I keep saying that it is for our indicators, this kind of bullish signal, you have to take it as a reference most part. Okay, it is not 100% all the time, just like this one. You can see they're quite choppy, but you keep trying, and you have some knowledge about a particular sector, ETF, or a particular stock. Finally, you will catch up. You can catch the big the up wave. You know what I mean? Like this one, but I have to give you a warning on this one, because it has this sector ETF has risen up for quite a while, and there we say that it is a little bit stressed. Okay, little bit stressed, and coming days you have to see if this histogram, MACD histogram, is going to decline or become less positive. Okay, and our SI now it is at the overbought region, okay, above 70. Well, if it turns below 70, that will be another kind of signal you have to take into consideration. Okay, so you have to be alert all the time. Sorry, a trader. Hong Kong stock, it is a Sinopec, Chinese oil company. Okay, and it is listed in Hong Kong, just like the XLE, the previous one, just like the XLE, just like the XLE. This one, we talk about you can see that price, just like the previous ETF, is developing up onto the upper Bollinger Band. It crossed above a declining trend line, and then it developed a rising trend line, and it is very impressive. So remember my routine. I look at the pattern first, and then I look at the moving average. 20-day has crossed above the 50-day. Okay. Now you can see the signal from the MACD and also from the RSI. Same, I want you to be alert on this one, particularly going forward. If the MACD histogram is going to decline, and if the RSI is going to decline, okay, a little bit stressed at the moment. Remember, we say that 95% of the time, the stock is trading between the upper Bollinger Band and the lower Bollinger Band. Now it keeps stretching above the upper Bollinger Band. Okay, so I will exercise caution on this one. Now, another sector I'm going to talk about, bullish one, is the XLF. Okay, financial. Okay, same, just like the energy sector. This financial sector, this ETF, it contains most major big banks in the US, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, something like this. Okay, you can see that the pattern is about the same like the oil sector, energy sector. It crossed about a declining trend line, and it is now above both 20-day and 50-day moving average. Well, financial stocks are doing well these days because what? Because people are still thinking that the Fed will increase interest rate at least 3 times this year. Okay, we say it is a growing expectations of higher interest rates. But as you can see here, well, good things. This is good signal, but it happened last month. I want your attention here. Look at this one. MACD histogram is showing a negative slope. It means that MACD histogram is becoming less positive. Okay, and the RSI, the RSI has close below 70. Okay, still we can say well, we are still bullish on this one. ETF key support at 39.5, but you have to exercise caution, okay, because we are seeing this sign. Okay, speaking about talking about the financial stock, the last stock I'm going to share with you is the HSBC, listed in Hong Kong, number 5. Okay, same here, we have some range banding trading, and then you see the MACD and RSI are giving you some good signal back in December. But how about now? How about now? Even you can see that the stock price for the past few sessions has even jumped above the upper Bollinger Band. Okay, we are happy to see that, but at the same time, we have to exercise caution. Okay. Now, so what is RSI has even jumped up to the 80s. It is way overbought. But as I said, a stock can be staying at overbought region for a long time. Okay, your job is to see if it will come back down, and also you can see that the MACD histogram is becoming less positive. It's coming back down slightly. So if you are going to be aggressive on this stock, you have to make some more observation and think twice. Okay, so these are stocks, index, and indicators. How to use them that I want to show you today. So maybe I give you some more to conclude this webinar. There are other indicators and oscillators for use for momentum trading. Okay, volumes, stochastic. Have you heard about that? Stochastic 9K9. Most sure thing. Well, CCI, William percentage. Well, in fact, to be frank with you, I do not use most of them. These indicators. Volumes, good. Volume should be a good indicator. I use it. And but for others, stochastics is okay. I sometimes also look at stochastic, but all others, some others, well, I do not use them often. The three major indicators, MACD, RSI, and moving average, are those indicators that I find the top useful, the top ones that I can use every day. So I also recommend you have a look. Okay. So Q&A. Any questions that I can help?
All right, thank you, Ming. We do have one question from the audience tonight, and it is for MA indicators, is there a combination that you commonly use, like 20, 100, or 50 and 100?
Yeah, good point. 20-day moving average. Well, this is a very good question. For the charts I showed today, they are all one-day chart, daily chart. Okay. In our daily practice, we are also looking at the weekly chart, and then that will be 20-week moving average and 50-week moving average. Okay, and also the corresponding MACD, RSI number will be different. According to my experience, if you look at the chart of higher duration horizon, just like if you compare weekly with daily charts, okay, the weekly charts will usually give you a more accurate signal. Okay, this is my experience. And regarding 200 days, 50 days moving average, there are some traders would like to see a stock. If they are going to buy a stock, they would like to see at least the stock is above 200-day moving average. This reminds me of this skill that if whenever a stock is below 200-day moving average, is below 200-day moving average, some trader, some skillful trader, they are not going to consider buying it. Okay, at least so I can say some trader will see at least the stock. One basic bullish scenario for a stock is that it is above the 200-day moving average. Okay, so, and I repeat, the longer the duration you use, for example, you use, today I showed you a daily chart. If you use a weekly chart with corresponding indicators, it is better. Okay, Ming?
Yeah, okay, the next question is, can we use technical analysis on inverse ETFs?
Technical? Oh, why not? Why not? Well, when we are talking about technical analysis, we are analyzing one thing only, price. Okay, price. Well, maybe it is a inverse ETF price, or maybe it is an index price, or maybe some. I know that some audience member may like to trade 3 times inverse ETF, 3 times positive ETF. Okay, same. When we talk about technical analysis, we are talking about price. Anything with a price and could be plot on a chart, we can use it. We can analyze with TA. Okay.
All right, thank you, Ming. We don't have any more questions from our audience, and since time is up, we can conclude tonight's session here. Yep, so if there are any more questions for Mr. Ming Lam, do send them in via the survey that will appear when this webinar ends, and we will respond to you via email. This was a very insightful session, so thank you again, Ming and Dominica, and thank you very much, everybody, for your time tuning into this webinar tonight. We will be sending everyone a link to today's webinar recording so you can watch it again if you'd like to. That's all for today. Thank you, everyone, and goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.